And I asked them, they still, by that time, had not ever emailed me, or not emailed me, they had never complied with any of my written requests for discovery and for the case file. And I didn't even have to make a written request. They were required by law to turn that over to me. If the judge was saying I was pro se, and I was telling him I needed discovery, that judge, Dennis, he knew that he needed to write an order requiring the attorneys to turn over discovery and my case file to me. And he didn't do that. And then the state knew that they had to do that because I was pro se, and effectively then if you're your own representation as a lawyer, you're automatically entitled to that. And especially as a defendant, for this kind of a defendant in a sense, to CPS, to this child protective case, you are entitled to that. That's like part of the materials you're supposed to receive. So I never got that from the state. And this is right around the time that my mail had been obstructed since the year maybe 2000. I believe my mail was being tampered with a little bit, opened, showing up sometimes weird. Especially I noticed it in 2004. Then my mailboxes were being broken into. I was getting Christmas cards all torn up and tattered. And by the time, and then some of the mail I was not even getting. I was thinking that some people really were not sending me what they said they were sending me. And then a couple of my friends, when it was friends and family, I wasn't getting what they were sending me once or twice. And I asked the Attorney General, who was Thomas Caballero. I asked Marie Scanlon. I asked the judge. I repeatedly requested my case file, and they didn't give it to me. They didn't give me my case file. I had 30 days to appeal that contested shelter care. Basically have to make an appeal in 30 days. And because I was so traumatized by what they had just done, and I was trying to get to a different area where I thought I might be safer, I had been a little distraught. But then as soon as I was there, I was maybe there for only 1 week. I was absent from emailing them for about 1 week. And then after that, I was emailing them again, asking them to please respond to my written requests for my case file and to the right that I had to it. And they ignored me. They ignored me until my right to appeal was over. When the 30 days had expired, and I couldn't get a hearing for appeal, then all of a sudden, probably 2 weeks after that appeal had expired, then they sent a box of materials, and it wasn't even all of the materials. And actually, those materials were all confiscated. I never got to keep them. And they were confiscated along with my medical records from Utah by Shannon Borg and her Canadian partner in Seattle. And much later. Like, I had all this stuff for a very long time, carried it around with me and had it in safekeeping. And it wasn't until Kate Middleton was married that I then got notice that all of my belongings were gone. So this is really, really bizarre, but I have to get into that later and how I met them.